Hello, and welcome to an utter indie film cafe video hall. I'm your old pal, the Moo Cow, aka Paul A. Presenza, and I'm here with,
Jonathan A. Moody.
and also with,
John A. Ward.
outstanding, guys.
Wait,
and,
is that real? No,
No, it's not.
it's not your middle initial. I was pretty sure. I think it was L, right?
It's actually WL. It's John William Lee Ward. I have two middle names. I'm one of those guys.
You're one of those guys.
very serial killerish.
JWL. JWLW. Jesus.
Yeah, what sucks about that is I thought I was being clever at the DMV when I renewed my license, and I went, I'm going to put my full name, which then went down to a second line, and now they won't let me change it.
Uh-huh.
Oh well.
Learn you.
That's what I get for being a wise guy.
The wise guy.
Anyhow, welcome to the Halloween special for October, our video hall. Where
Actually, when this is coming out November 1st, so it'll be after Halloween, post Halloween.
But we'll be showing off our Blu-rays and our DVDs, and it looks like I am scheduled to go foist. So, let me pull out my Blu-rays. And
Excuse me while I whip this out.
that's right. So, because I have a backlog of stuff, I thought I'd group all my Blu-rays into actually good Blu-rays, and then I'll save the stinky Blu-rays for next month. Starting off, we have a movie that I was surprised about how much I really enjoyed, and it turned out to be a very good film, and it was The Last Legion with Colin Firth.
Nice.
I got to see it in the theater, and I was pleasantly surprised. Also, Ben Kingsley's in there.
Is that's no? What was the one with Matt Damon that he did with Ridley Scott that just came out and bombed?
Oh, I don't know.
Like The Last Night or something?
Oh yeah, the last. Yeah.
Is that it? Like The Last Night? Or...
Aishiwara Ray is in there too, and she's a snuggle bunny. Oh yeah. Next, Mr. Moody should be happy about this. I picked this up, and it is Hey, Stop Stabbing Me. Wonderful Blu-ray from Worm Miller et al. And also, looks like they have Sledgehammers at Dawn, which is also a very fun movie. Mr.
Yeah,
Ward
we
has
covered
seen
both
it.
of those on it on Indie Film Cafe.
If you haven't seen those two movies, you really should. They are a lot of fun.
I have not. I do
Hey,
not know
Stop
of them.
Stabbing Me is on Tubi. I do not believe Sledgehammers at Dawn is.
So there you go. But thanks to Mr. Ward, he clued me in on one of the several Blu-ray DVD sales that were going on. And I don't remember if it's Kino Lorber or for who it was, but one of the ones I went to, and I managed to get a copy of one of my favorite movies on Blu-ray, The Legend of Hell House.
Ah, great film. Scared me as a
Nice.
kid. Yeah.
Hell yeah, we're going to be covering that at some point, probably on Film Freaks.
It's not a forgotten horror classic, I guess.
I
then.
wouldn't say it's forgotten.
No, I wouldn't say so at all. No. It's
Yeah.
very well
No.
known.
Or even overlooked. I think most people know about that one. It's really
Yeah.
good. However, this next one is a somewhat overlooked one and probably will be on Forgotten Horror Classics because a lot of people don't know about this one. This is Corridor of Mirrors from
Nope.
1948 with Eric Portman and Barbara Mullen. And it's just an amazing, weird, strange, atmospheric, gothic kind of movie from way back in the day. So
Don't know.
that should be a lot of fun. And then the last one in the group is not a horror film, but it is an excellent film that I finally got my hands on. And it's for some reason, I always assumed this was going to be Criterion, but it's not. It is Kino Lorber, and it is The Battleship Potemkin.
Oh yeah.
Which is a classic. This is the fully restored version from 1925. So,
Yeah, good movie.
oh, can't wait to see this on Blu-ray. It's going to be awesome. Saw it in the theaters. It was like a special release, like maybe, I don't know, gosh, this was back in the mid 80s. So it's been that long since I've actually seen it. So I can't wait. Should be fun.
Sweet.
Next.
All right. So here we go. I got 5 Blu-rays here that are a mixed bag of stuff. So I'm trying to remember where I
Product
got
placement.
these necessarily. I don't know. I don't think I got these. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't get these in. Oh, I did get these at Lexington, Virginia. Paul and I went to the Dollar Tree in Lexington, Virginia, on our way home from Lexington, Kentucky. So we
We can't
stopped.
stop ourselves.
We can't stop ourselves, but we also apparently went to 2 Lexingtons. So all right. So we went to the Dollar Tree. It was like right next door to the place we ate called Crystals. It was a Chinese place. We're probably never going there again. It was the slowest people making food ever in a Chinese restaurant. Anyway, first thing I got was Crazy Rich Asians. Speaking of Chinese food and everything, got Crazy Rich
Racist.
Asians, which I've never seen, but I've heard so many great things about.
Well, I've heard they're crazy. I've heard they're rich, and I've heard they're Asians. So
There you go.
There you go.
Advertising.
Well, there you go. Perfect. And then I also got a movie from the Dollar Tree that it stars Richard Dreyfuss. It says Academy Award winner. Was that for Close Encounters? I'm wondering. But it was probably for the Goodbye Girl. But anyway, the one is Astronaut. It's like apparently an old man going to space.
As you do.
that would be way after Close Encounters.
Well, no. I know. I'm saying the Academy Award winner part. Did he win the Academy Award for Close Encounters or Goodbye Girl? Probably Goodbye Girl would be my guess.
Most likely Goodbye Girl, yeah.
Then
they do Sharkonaut. So
Sharkonaut.
Yeah, Sharkonaut.
That's a Madeline Deering type movie right there. All right. Then I got this at another Dollar Tree, and Dollar Tree's been getting some really good Blu-rays lately. John, how are they been with you? Because you were saying before
They suck.
Okay, you need to go to branch out or something. Go to.
Well, that's why I wanted to do a couple of the Dollar Trees when we were traveling to Kentucky, because we did some in Kentucky and we did some in Western Virginia. So you'd be surprised. You just got to travel a little bit further, and different Dollar Trees have different stuff.
Yep. And we already did our haul from Dollar Tree in Kentucky when we did our Scarefest haul. But here is Sushi Girl, which one day I want to do on Horror Film Lovers. It's a kind of classic, fun little flick. I really liked it. I don't know if you've seen that, John. I know
I haven't, but I own it.
It's pretty cute.
It's a good movie. I like Courtney Palm a lot. As Paul says, she's a snuggle bunny, and she's also really sweet. So then I also got Chris Seaver was having a quote unquote.
I feel that I should add something. If Paul is saying snuggle bunny and you're saying sweet, I just have to say hot. I guess that's my thing. I watch it because she's hot,
and she's naked. I mean, pretty much.
Oh, well, now I'll watch it. That's no problem.
Yeah, she's the plate. Everybody eats off of her.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
hopefully she showered.
That's a question for her. I don't know.
I would have volunteered, but I don't think anybody wants to eat off me.
Chris Seaver had a sale going on, and I say sale like that because it's not. John and I have talked about it's not much different from his normal pricing, but maybe $10 off. Which already they're high.
I don't think I've ever purchased anything from him in the last few years. Yeah. Maybe from other sales that people are doing, but I don't think I've ever done it right from him.
Well, I get it right from him because he's got things that you can't get from Tempeh or like Makeflix or anything like that. You have to get the stuff that actually comes from his vault. He's got like the Disney vault, the Chris Seaver vault. First is a double Blu-ray of Blood Trim and Bloody Giblets. We reviewed Blood Trim for Short Film Saturday last season, and this season we're going to do Bloody Giblets. So There you
So
go.
one is Christmas and one is Thanksgiving.
One is Christmas. Wait, neither. One of them's Halloween.
Oh,
Uh,
that looks like a Christmas tree on
I
the cover.
know. I think Bloody. Yeah, neither of them are Christmas. I don't think.
Well, you got to expect giblets for Thanksgiving.
I don't know.
Of course,
Yeah,
Maybe.
Bloody Trim would be trimming the Christmas
now all
tree.
this talk about Thanksgiving is making me want to run over to Wawa and get
Oh, it looks like
blood.
no. This is blood. Period blood. Because blood trim is
You know, I was gonna make that joke and I thought no, I shouldn't do that. That may not be appropriate, but okay.
Chris
So
Seaver's already
Seaver
made
did
that
it.
joke.
Chris Seaver is
Yeah.
already
Built his
like,
reputation on that joke.
yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much his, yeah, you can bet that it's gonna have period blood if it's a Chris Seaver movie.
All right.
So next is the Meter Man double feature, as well. Meter Man, the movies aren't the greatest, but
How surprising.
the best thing about this is it's got never before released on disc short films. Well, actually, Bloody Nipples is 64 minutes, so it's a feature. It's got a movie called Bloody Nipples.
Bloody
Yes.
nipples. Okay.
And then never before released on disc, Dark Magic, which is a short. So
Dark Magic Vagina. I mean, something like that. That's
no, just Dark Magic. It was
Okay.
when it was like one of the short films he did as a kid, younger, like when he was in his teens or so.
Gotcha.
He made that movie, or maybe even younger than that. And then it's got a bunch of other stuff that's already been released, like Toxic Shock and The Closet Man and stuff like that. So, but those have been done. But that's it. That's it for my Blu-rays.
Is Toxic Shock dealing with tampons?
Oh, it's Toxic Talk. Toxic Talk, right? Toxic Talk. I have no idea.
Cock? C-O...
Talk. Talk.
Oh.
Toxic Chalk?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm
Toxic Shark?
Toxic Shark is a film.
done. That is a film.
It is. So, all right. Well, then that brings us to me. So my first one is from one of the sales that I got. This is from the Shout Factory or Scream Factory sale. I still haven't received my order yet. I got 2 movies from it, and that's it. Otherwise, everything is pending. I don't understand how all these other companies have all these sales and they get their stuff out within like a week. And this was ordered like a month ago, and it's still pending. But I got The Island with
Nice.
Michael Caine.
I've always
So
liked that cover with the knife coming, the hand coming out.
Yeah, it's the cover of the book. So, and I remember liking it, but
That Peter Benchley.
Yeah, it was made right after Jaws. So we got that. And
Who directed that? Anybody big?
Michael Ritchie, guy who did Bad News Bears.
Oh, Bad News Bears, The Island. Similar.
Yeah.
Bad News Bears.
I mean, it's actually produced by Zanuck and Brown, who did Jaws. Music is by Ennio Morricone.
Yeah,
So it's got known people on it. Screenplay by Peter Benchley.
I liked. I mean, I'll watch just about anything with Michael Caine.
Yeah, Caine and David Warner.
Oh, David Warner. Gotta love him too.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that. And then this is from the Blue Underground order that I did. I always love the later bad Christopher Lee movies, and this is Blood of Fu Manchu and Castle of Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
Figured it was $1 more to get it on Blu-ray.
Mm.
Much as I love
Franco
Christopher Lee, I never bought him as a Fu Manchu of any kind.
I love him. It's so racist. I love it.
Well,
this film would
Karloff
never be
also
made
did
today.
it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did Mark Fu Manchu, I believe.
Only
Mark
reason
the
I
Mask.
And
Mask
I
of Fu Manchu.
I understand because they're actors and they're supposed to be playing people who are different than themselves. However, I don't know.
Well, they want the name.
Yeah.
If they got like an actual Asian person, they wouldn't have a movie.
right.
So you got to have the name. So I got that a lot of extras on one of these. So yeah, so I thought that was cool. And then this is an older one, but I never showed it. So This is like Moody has his Marvel universe and stuff. I prefer the Conjuring universe.
Oh,
So this is 6 films. So it's got the 3 Annabelle movies, The Nun, and then Conjuring and Conjuring 2. And then, so they're all on their own disc, which is nice.
Okay.
So, and then after that, because this came out before, or I guess, before. So I got that. Then I also got Conjuring 3, which was not the best.
mm.
And then to round it out, I got that curse of
La Llorona.
Oh yeah, the crying woman.
Lona. Yeah. Yeah. So that rounds out the Conjuring universe. So I got all those.
Nice.
So
I tried watching
my
Curse of La Llorona, and other than the fact that I have a huge crush on Linda Cardellini, I just could not. I couldn't get
I've
into
heard
it.
it's bad. I've
I
heard
just
it's pretty
couldn't. I couldn't
bad.
get into it. I just got bored after
I
a
was
while.
about to say I did about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I
Yeah, it wasn't
So-
scary, and it wasn't interesting, to me. Like, I don't know. I really wanted to like it because I like the Conjuring universe, a lot. I haven't even tried the Nun yet because I've heard so many bad things about the Nun.
Yeah,
I've just-
it's not great, but they are
Yeah.
making part 2.
I
know.
will say that there is a movie that came out in the late 50s or early 60s by I forget the director, but it's one of the Mexican directors who did the Crying Woman, and it's actually a really, really good atmospheric film. So if you guys ever get the chance to dig that one up, I highly recommend it. People forget there was a lot of decent horror stuff coming out of Mexico in addition to all the silly crap that came out of there. And
Right.
Lorna was one of the better ones.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That'd be interesting to watch. So, and of course, they're also doing Conjuring 3. I mean, Conjuring 4.
You know what? The director of Curse of La Llorona also did The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It, the third one. Totally, and he's doing The Nun too. What is wrong with them? I don't know.
2 movies that nobody liked that
Right.
did not do well. And
Oh,
then
so
it's
let's
like, hey,
just give him the
Nun
third.
too.
Let's give him
It's-
Nun too.
It's called Failing Upward. So
I don't get it.
God forbid we try something new.
something moo.
Okay.
Oh, is that it? Was that it?
That's
That
my
it?
5.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
My Conjuring universe with 3 CDs installed by
Nice.
All
or
right.
DVDs.
So we are moving on to our DVDs, and our first group of 10. These are just about all going to be dollar store stinkers. Cheap dollar store stinkers.
Oh.
So let's
Looking
get
forward
her
to it.
over with. First one, speaking of failing forward, we have Exorcist. What is it?
That's the beginning.
The beginning. This is like the supposed prequel.
Which one's worse? Because I've heard there's one that's worse than the other. Like,
No, Dominion is actually better. That's Paul
that's what I'm
Schrader.
saying. Okay.
Yeah, I was
That's
going
the-
to say, I
that's the
think this
better
one's
one.
bad.
But that one, the beginning, is Rennie Harlan, and he was brought in to fix it. So he did the best he could. So
I was about to
you can't
say,
blame him.
Rennie Harlan's generally not that bad, but in this case, yeah, it's all points to say it's pretty bad.
That's
So,
what I like with buying like the whole set when they do come out, like the whole Exorcist series that I bought. You can probably, I think it's sitting behind me there. Is that you get both versions. So it's kind of like you're not really. It's like, do I want it? Do I not want it? It's like, well, it's all in a box set, so I might as well just own them all.
there you
Well,
go.
that's why I'm kind of sad that we talked about this before, that Scream Factory didn't put out the producer's cut because they wanted that separately, I guess, to sell separately than the box cut.
The guys who own the producer's cut of Halloween 6 said that it has to be, you can release it, but it has to be released on its own.
That
to
was
make
the
money.
Weinsteins that owned.
So
Yeah.
So I blame the Weinsteins for everything.
Anyway, moving on to the next, we have a movie that looks like it's fun because it's holiday oriented, and it is All the Creatures Were Stirring.
Hmm. I
Christmas
saw that
stuff,
on
it's
like.
always good.
Yep, and comes with director's commentary too.
Who's the director on that? Was that That wasn't
Uh,
Rebecca, was it?
Rebecca and David Ian McKendry.
Yep. This is a Rebecca McKendry movie. Cool. She did the Shudder movie Glorious, and if you haven't seen that yet, it's fucking awesome. It's
I'll have to check that out.
a glory hole monster.
Yay! That sounds like something right up my alley.
Oh, it is.
Speaking of which, we have another one that
Speaking
I
of glory holes.
Queens of the Ring.
Ah,
Which is a chick wrestler movie. Cashiers by day, divas by night, and I love that.
Okay.
I love Glow, the TV series. That was so much fun.
you only love it for your girl that's in it.
It was a cute show.
And I
It was a
have
very
to
cute
agree
show.
with Paul. She's very hot. She's always been very hot. You
It's
know,
just like-
He has a hugest crush on Allison Brie. you
I know exactly who you're talking about. So do I. And I was so happy when she got naked in Glow. I mean, that was. I was like, oh my god.
I lived right by her. Apparently she lived in Pasadena, which I
Nice.
lived over there. I could have gone shopping at the Ralph's that she went shopping in. Who knows?
Next up, we have a wacky clown movie because you can't have enough of those. And this one's called Cleavers, Killer Clowns.
Yes, that is part of a series. So
Yes.
it's part of a whole universe by itself. I interviewed the director for one filmmaker.
Yes, MJ
And,
Dixon.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I like all those movies.
Yeah, they're British. Just know,
Yeah.
like they're not American, but they're a lot of fun. And MJ
Okay.
is one of the nicest guys in the world.
Yeah.
Well, the next is a movie with your boy, Michael Berryman, and it is Midnight Evil.
That's also done by Abel Berry.
There you go. Yep.
We know Abel.
I'm friends with him, but I don't know him.
He's kind of a
And I own that movie. I think I bought it actually out of like
next
Target.
dollar store thing is called Epicenter. So it looks like one of those,
Yes.
disaster kind of movies. And
But it doesn't have more movies on it, like two other
It
films.
does. It's got 7 of them. So we've got Slipstream, To Survive, Chain Reaction, Militia, The Day the Sky Exploded, which is an oldie but a goodie, Escape from Alaska, and Fire Down Below. Sounds like
Wow.
you need an ointment for that. Let's see. Moving right along. Oh, here's one with Larissa Olniak. I like her. And it is Animal Among Us.
Okay, yep, got that. Yeah.
You didn't pick that up. Okay, maybe John picked it up the last time or something.
John Woodruff.
I might have shown it. I know
Yeah.
I own it. Yeah.
I was trying to think
Dollar
because I remember seeing it on here. I'm going, hey, I picked that up recently too myself.
There you go. And then this one looked pretty interesting, and it's called Witchcraft.
Tree. Okay. It's
So,
got a good cover. I like
got
how
a
it
great
kind of,
cover, and
how it
it's one of
reflects.
those slip box things. So comes.
Oh, it's
in.
kind of slippy. All right.
Next is a movie called Him. Yep.
Was it
So-
HIM or is it just him?
HIM. His gift could be a curse.
What is it? What does the HIM stand for? Does it stand for anything?
I don't know. Teenage nitwit. I couldn't tell you. We'll see. I'm not really into it, but I expect it to be lousy, so that's why I got it.
hideous indignant monster.
There you go.
Well, I think Paul picks up a lot of these things for either Quick Review Thursday or potentially if he watches them beforehand, he might go, oh my God, this is perfect for Indie Film Cafe.
Surprised how many diamonds in the rough I find. And when I mean diamonds, I mean shit diamonds.
Shit diamonds.
So the last one of the group looks kind of interesting too, with Natalie Krill. We Had It Coming. Look at all the spidery nonsense there.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the one I showed that at one time, and I think I even read the back to you guys because we were so confused about what it was, and it's like has nothing to do with the cover.
As a lot of them don't, All right, was that it, Paul?
That's it for that group.
Okay.
Next.
All right, my turn for my DVDs. Oh God, I'm getting old.
Tell me about it.
All right. So I got a bunch. Okay, so I'm kind of half and half of these 10. Half of them are going to be from the Dollar Tree, and then half of them are going to, or 4 of them are going to be from pickups, but 6 of them are from Dollar Tree, from the one in Lexington, Virginia. We went there. They had a whole bunch load out ready in the front, and so I went in there and I looked around and I found a bunch of movies I don't have yet that I want in my collection. I'm not going to get these on Blu-ray or anything. They don't need to be, but a lot of them are this one, MGM movies. One is New York, New York by Martin Scorsese.
Yep.
Starring Robert De Niro and Liza Minnelli.
Mm-hmm.
It is like a musical, I believe. So
yeah, you'll find at Dollar Tree they did a whole thing of MGM movies. That's what on the right here. You see all those Woody Allen movies behind me. Those are all
and
from Dollar
that's Tree. What's next is all the Woody Allen movies I got from him. So next is Stardust Memories.
Good film.
Yep, I was reading the back of all of these, going, these actually sound decent.
The early Woody Allen stuff is great.
Oh yeah,
Radio Days,
another good one with Seth Green as young Woody Allen.
Yep,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Whoever thought to put, Woody Allen thought to put Seth Green as him. That's awesome. That's a great idea. All right, Z-League.
Very good. Yeah.
Yep. I don't own any of these. And this one I've seen and I love is Purple Rose of Cairo.
Another good one.
Yeah. Jeff Daniels as Woody Allen. And then I've heard of this movie, but I didn't know anything about it. Then I read the back of it and I was like, oh my God, this actually, kind of sounds good. As Another Woman.
That film, he made one version of it, didn't like it, and destroyed it. And then he reshot it, and that's the reshot one.
Yeah,
so
I think that's his one of his Ingmar Bergman sort of influence movies. Yeah.
Yeah, because he would do like 2 Hollywood movies, and then he got to do his arty movie, and then 2 Hollywood movies, then like 1 arty movie.
All right, so I'm gonna do these 4. The first one is The Scout, which I got sent by Mackenzie Kelly. She signed it, and so did the director. This caused a lot of controversy because my buddy David, and I reviewed it, and the director got furious at us. And
that's the new review, right?
It's one of the newer reviews on 31 Days of Indie Horror, and he got really furious and he hated David. All the stuff David said, he thought was wrong, and all this stuff, and how dare you say these things, blah 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 blah. And David even wanted me to take it down. I said no, because it's part of that thing. If I got things wrong, he can comment in the comments about it and speak his mind about it. But like, I never ever say in any of my reviews that I'm absolutely right, that everything I say is completely, most of the time, if I don't know something, I will actually say, don't quote me on this, but I think this, and so he got really upset and, caused a lot of controversy. I have not talked to Mackenzie about it because Mackenzie probably saw all that stuff and probably got, whatever, but
happens.
Yep. Speaking of 31 Days of Indie Horror, we just today, which is on Sunday, this came out, Legion of the Dead, and I got this on DVD, and I'm very glad it came in right before here. But I wanted to hear it I wanted to get it because it's got filmmaker commentary, and I've been dying to know more information about the making of this because it was actually a lot of fun. And it was Paul Bales only.
Movie,
yeah,
right?
It was Asylum. And Paul Bales is one of the producers of the Asylum, one of the head guys. This is his only feature-length film that he directed. So I'm kind of curious as to know if he chose not to direct anything else because he's just been too busy with, running Asylum, or if he's just didn't have a good experience, kind of thing. Another movie that we're going to do for Criterion Watch at some point that I'm excited about, I got the DVD of it because they have not put it out on Blu-ray on Criterion, is Monty Python's Life of Brian.
Yay.
Which I'm really excited about because I absolutely adore this movie, but I want to see what the Criterion, versions like. And last but not least, will make Paul happy, very happy. It's a movie that Paul and I did for our first season of Indie Film Cafe. It's a very, very cute, fun little movie. And I now have an actual copy of it, and it is Red Finka Boo Boo.
Yay! I love Red Finka Boo Boo.
Yes, it's also got it's the new uncut anamorphic widescreen transfer with director interview, director commentary, gallery, original trailer.
That's the version I have. I have several versions, but I have that one as well.
Yeah, so there you go. I had to when I saw that for like $7 on eBay or so, maybe $5 or $7, I was like, I need to get that.
There is a new Blu-ray collection coming out, or it actually may have already come out. It's like, I don't know, $120 or something, but it's like everything.
Well, maybe someday.
Dying to get my hooves on that, as you can imagine.
Yeah, maybe someday, or maybe I'll wait till it dies down and it's cheaper, like $50 on eBay or something, All right, that's my first set. So, John, you're up.
All right. These first two films, I believe, Walmart, and they were really cheap, so I picked them up. One is by one of my all-time favorite directors, and that is Demonic.
Nice. Who directed that?
A Neil Blomkamp.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. I didn't know
this was his. It's his pandemic movie.
Yeah, I've heard it was good.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. To be honest, I forgot I owned it.
Got the nice cover too.
Yeah, I'm really I dig his stuff. I'm so mad that we got friggin' Prometheus instead of Alien 5 by him, which would have been 100 times better. But I guess Ridley Scott has a bigger name, so. But
right.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing this. Then I got, so I think that was like $5. But this was I think this was like $3 or something. And of course, it has my guy in it, Nicolas Cage. So I got the Prisoners of the Ghostland.
I saw that. I was watching just today. I was watching Cinema Sicknesses, one of his thrifting videos, but he went to Walmart. He hadn't gone to Walmart in a while, and he went in there and he was looking around. He looked in the bins, and that was in the bin, and I was like, "That's in a $5 bin? What?"
Yeah, it was
I didn't know
really
they had
cheap.
$5 bins anymore.
Yeah, I didn't know either, but I guess they still do.
This
I'll have to go there.
In the bin. It was this was on the shelf. So,
okay.
But it was in like
$3?
the $5 area.
For $5,
this was really cheap. I think it was less than $5, but maybe it was $5. So maybe that's why I picked it up. But it was very cheap. So
I'll have to now. I have to go because I need all of my.
It's tempting. I generally never set foot into Walmart, but
that's a DVD, right?
No.
Yeah, so it's not Blu-ray. Yeah. I want to get a Blu-ray of it or something if there is one.
It's Nick Cage. Come on.
I like all of Nick. I want all of Nick Cage's crappy movies on Blu-ray.
Absolutely. I want them all one way or another. I don't care.
Since he, I guess he's not broke anymore, but that whole long line of movies that he made when he was broke, I want to own.
Yes.
Because most of them are really crazy. Mandy and Pig and all that stuff is so crazy.
The Nick Cage Struggle series.
Yeah. I owe the government money series.
Well, right.
That's a series. That's a movie podcast series right there. Just doing them all.
Yeah. Yeah, you could even do one on Bruce Willis on all of his ones that, he only worked on for 2 days. And, that's a whole thing by itself. Then these next 3 were birthday ones that I bought at Zia. Joe Lujan went to the Winchester Mystery House and shot some stuff up there. And nice. I used to live by it. I used to drive by it all the time, went to it once. And so I thought, I'm the only person in the world who liked Winchester, so I'll pick it up. Everybody hated this movie but me. So I guess if you know anything about the Winchester Mystery House, then you might like it more. But I liked it, so I picked it up. It's creepy.
Nice.
At least I thought.
I have it as well. That's the Helen Mirren one, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've been collecting all of Cronenberg's stuff in a variety of different formats. But I did find Rabid, which I've never owned.
That's a good one.
So, and there's 2 versions of it too. There's an English version and a French version.
Nice.
So I'm guessing maybe it's dubbed in French, but but yeah, I mean, it's got interview with Cronenberg and all that. So, but I think this is like a Canadian version,
Marilyn
which is
Chambers,
fine.
right?
Yeah. I met her once, and she signed Cliff, the guy from Scream Factory,
Oh, okay.
signed his Rabid poster
Nice.
for him. So got that. And then jumping many years into the future, we have Crimes of the Future by Cronenberg.
Never saw that.
It's not for everybody. I liked it, but I don't know if I would watch it immediately again. I'd rather watch some of his other stuff.
Is that Jennifer Connelly on the cover?
No, it's this is Kristen Stewart.
Oh.
And then Vigo. It's funny because she and what's his face, the vampire, what's his name, Batman, have worked for Cronenberg.
Pattinson?
Yeah, Robert Pattinson. Yeah, in fact, I have it. It's right behind me. Is the other one, which was the Dollar Tree one, that like Chronoopolis, or however you say it. It's the entire film takes place in basically in like a limousine.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's that's also not for everyone. This I can understand why people don't like it. So it's right here. This one.
But Paul Giamatti is
Cosmopolis.
in that one.
Cosmopolis.
Yeah, it's not easy to get through. Because the entire thing is talking. That's it. Nothing really happens. And then this is one that Jonathan will love. I know that. Friday the 12th triple feature.
Nice, Chris Seaver.
Yeah, so we got Terror at Blood Fart Lake.
Love it.
Return to Blood Fart Lake.
It's all right.
And Evil Dead Inbred Rednecks.
Awesome.
Yep. What a great little trilogy that is right there.
Yay.
All on one disc. Thanks,
nice
guys.
Intro to the Seaver universe. If you don't know it and you've only seen like Malva, this will expand it.
Yeah, I have some of his movies. But I'm not into him, I guess, as much as you guys. But this is SRS.
That's how we bonded. That's how we became friends. Was I didn't know anybody else in Virginia knew who fucking Chris Seaver was unless I introduced them to him. You know. So.
Yeah, I got him on that Happy Holidays, that Killer Santa film, and I called him out on it because the sound was beyond horrible. And I was really looking forward to it. These are the days where they would print the covers off of like a printer and stick them in. So it's like really shitty ink printing. And it was just like a regular DVD-R with it handwritten on it. I still have it. And I called him out on it. And I said, dude, this movie wasn't made back in the 80s. What are you talking about? And he goes, oh, yes, it was. This is like through instant message. He's like, yes, it was. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. One, I'm like X age, and I know all the Christmas horror movies that came out in the 80s. I finally wore him down. And he's like, yeah, we made it a couple years ago. We made it look like it was from the 80s. And I'm like, dude, the sound is awful. I'll never watch it again. And he's like, yeah, that's just how it is. And we wanted to make it old. And this goes back to my whole thing with young people making retro movies. You could go down to Goodwill and get a VHS of any movie that came out in the 80s, and it does not look the way that you are presenting it. It just doesn't. I don't know why people do that.
Home movies do. When you shot your home movie on your on your little camcorder, they tend to look like that.
Yeah, I mean, that would be more, but if you're looking at something like even like the original Die Hard or something, or Lethal Weapon, or they don't look this way. They don't look like how young people make movies.
Yeah.
That how they want to make them look like from the 80s.
I just
enjoy
the Warlock aesthetic. I'd prefer if he went back to LBP, Low Budget Pictures, his original company, because he wasn't doing that stuff, and honestly his newer stuff isn't drawing me in. He's getting mad. He got mad at me because I buy these Blu-rays of of his old stuff, which I love, and I'm buying them because all my old videos of them, or my DVDs, are scratched. because I watch them so much, So, I mean, that's why I want them. I want all of them, but he's not going to release a few of them on Blu-ray.
How are you scratching your DVDs by just playing them?
Oh, I don't just play them. I leave them
take
out.
them out and are like sitting there scratching them. I mean,
no, I put them down on the. I don't put them back in the case when I'm done. Yeah.
Dude, you're never borrowing a movie from me.
Jeez. Oh my God.
No.
Moody, you savage.
I know. I'm a bloody savage and I don't care. Yeah.
Jeez. Wow. All right. So now for the next one is I bought another Amityville film, but this is my Amityville horror. So now we get to hear how long is this? 89 minutes of lying, but I still wanted it. So
my Amityville horror. It's funny.
Yeah, it's a documentary with the son, with one of the sons.
Oh.
And it's his Daniel Lutz, and it's his how he, I guess, tells the story of it. But
there was a buck to be made, so he went for it.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's IFC, which is weird. IFC Films. And then this is the second one that Shout Factory or Scream Factory sent to me out of the order. So Island and this one, which was the remake of Slumber Party Massacre.
Oh, it's the remake. Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. It is not bad. It's different from the original. There are little Easter eggs to the other films, except for the third one for some reason. I don't know why. I think if you're going to do Easter eggs for the first two films, do an Easter egg for the third one too. But yeah, it's not bad. So I liked it.
At least Blumhouse didn't touch it.
No, this was actually Shout Studios. So this might have been made by them.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like Sci-Fi and Shout.
Cool.
So yeah. And then this is one that you guys probably saw me post on Facebook, but I haven't shown them yet on here, is Return to the Planet of the Apes, the cartoon.
Nice.
Which I absolutely love this. Follows the book more. And then of course the complete TV series of Planet of the Apes. So
nice.
Which I really like because it takes place in California and they travel up to destroyed San Francisco, and they also go over to Oakland. So it's like, oh cool, they're I've probably been to some of the, I mean, it's all a set in LA, but it's meant to be San Francisco. So, but I'm thinking, hey, I've probably, been to something that's meant to be in San Francisco in this.
A lot of monkeying around.
Did you go bananas?
Wait, which way does my head go?
Yeah, damn dirty ape.
Yeah, I like this series. I think it's pretty good. I wish it would have lasted longer, but all right, and that's it. That's my first.
That's your first group. All right, we're done with our first groups.
Moving
now we're on to
right
our second.
To my last group of DVDs, and the first half is going to be better films that I found at the dollar store. So some of these you're going to recognize because I also picked up Scorsese's New York, New York.
Nice.
Robert De Niro. And I also picked up one of the few Woody Allen films that I don't already have, and that is Stardust Memories.
Sweet.
Hey, do we want to do a picture? Because I got my Woody Allen films right here.
Oh,
okay. Which one for Stardust?
Which Stardust is good?
Yeah, Stardust Memories.
Stardust Memories.
Yep, got it right here.
There we go. Take a picture, it'll last longer.
And then I actually picked up a movie that I haven't had since it came out on VHS. So you guys are probably gonna freak because I've always thought these movies were okay, but they're not. I don't love them like all you rest do. But Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 2.
Oh, 1 and 2, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
so the first one is great. The second one is so weird, and it works. Like
I think Paul would probably like the second one over the first one.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
Because it
Honestly,
is so bizarre.
I haven't
It's
seen these in a long time, but yeah, I vaguely remember liking the second one.
the second one had like it became very gay in a way, and
it's
like
the gay Nightmare on Elm Street
homosexual like innuendos and different things and stuff, but like it wasn't. I don't know. I met Mark and I met Robert Russler, and Robert Russler I interviewed about it, and he was just like he really just sort of did not realize how until he watched the movie how.
But for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, not bad.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I also picked up the next two again, $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Original Amityville Horror.
Nice.
Wait, are you sure that's the original and not the remake?
Could be the remake. Let's see.
Ryan Reynolds?
Gosh, it's in dark green on a black background. I can't really read it.
I think that's the poster for the remake.
Okay. Well, there you go. It's the remake.
Which
From
is
Michael
not
Bay.
horrible.
Oh God, yeah, Michael Bay. Oh, special edition though. So, well, I don't have this, so there you go.
Yeah, you now have the Ryan Reynolds remake of.
Well, probably worth $1.25.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't know.
Maybe
another
movie that
just 25.
I had on
25
VHS,
cents.
but never got on DVD, but found it again at the dollar store is John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13.
Ooh, great
Perfect.
one.
I love
So
it. I have
that's
that on
pretty
Blu-ray.
sweet. That's a score.
I love that movie actually.
And it has a
Now
good
we're
score.
going to go to some of my more fun stinkers. This is one I found when I was over at the thrift store and I was buying my little fire pit for outside, and I happened to find a stinker, and it's a Miles O'Keefe stinker, and it is Phantom Riders.
Oh, wow.
It's a
I would buy
ridiculous
that.
post-apocalyptic / Vietnam movie. And,
With Miles O'Keefe?
yeah.
Nice.
And then we also found one called Blood and Chocolate
Yep, got that one. Yeah.
with Agnes Bruckner.
I like her.
And I got I can't stay away from Conrad Brooks, so I got a Conrad Brooks double feature from Oldies. One of the movies we've already talked about, and it's Invasion of the Reptoids and Zombie on the Loose.
Oh, now you can see the Invasion of the Reptoids version
Yep.
that I watched.
Yep.
Yeah.
Followed by Gypsy Vampire and Saturn Avenger versus the Terror Robot.
Nice.
That is a great title.
I have that.
Yeah, so do I.
And then the last one in my group is one that is a Criterion, so it's a good movie, and I picked it up because I really, really liked it, and I didn't have it. And I specifically got it for hopefully the documentary show we're going to do at some point, and it is Grey Gardens.
Do not know that.
Okay, Grey Gardens.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's a great, great film.
And it's a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Is that it, or was that?
That is it. I am donezo.
All right. All right. So I think these are in alphabetical order too. Interestingly enough, I always do that. I have to have it organized like that and shit.
Mr.
But
OCD.
these
Oh,
are
OCD.
5 of them are restore, and then 5 of them are for my eBay collection. And those are what I'm going to basically be doing from now on. And I think I've been doing them for a little bit like this, but restore and eBay are going to be last, no matter what. Bless you.
Excuse
Bless
me.
you.
Jeez.
Allergies.
All right. Glad you're not sneezing on me. All right. So
Wow,
next,
you could be sick.
I know.
Wow.
Don't get me sick, man.
It's
right.
rude.
All right. First off is a from the Restore. First 5 from the Restore. One movie is I found it. It's a Frank Sinatra and Faye Dunaway movie called The First Deadly Sin.
Yes, based on the novels. Yes.
I've never seen it, but it
Never seen it
looks or even heard of it.
Yeah,
But-
it's good. It was meant to be a series based off the books.
Who directed it?
Looks like the director is Brian Hutton.
Because that looks like old Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
That's like 70s Frank Sinatra.
It was executive produced by him and Elliot Kastner. So, and it was
probably
written by Man Rubin. I don't know.
Yeah, the movie Seven is kind of based off the books
Oh, okay.
because they're all Deadly Sin books.
All right, awesome. And then a movie I never owned, but Paul probably would roll his eyes at this. John, you may like it. I don't know. Was Flashdance.
Oh God.
Of course, I would own that. Of
Yeah.
course, she's a maniac. Damn it, a
Yeah.
maniac! I tell you.
Well, it's Jennifer Beals and what is it? Adrian Lynn directed it. So
I would put that right next to Footloose and
She's
many other
definitely
movies.
a cutie pie. It's just the movie is crap.
Oh, it's Flashdance! How dare you?
It's crap. I saw it in the
Yeah.
theater, man.
So did I.
all right. So next is a James Franco movie. Now he didn't direct it, but he acted in it, called Flyboys.
Okay.
I've heard of it. I don't. All I know is I'm pretty sure I don't own it. So if I do, it's in my big collection somewhere.
Is that about boys
Talk
who
about
get
that
turned into
movie
flies?
in.
What?
Is that about boys who get turned into flies?
No. And what were you saying, John?
He talks about that movie in This Is the End. They play with the gun from it because Franco says that he always keeps props for the movies.
Nice.
So they play with the gun from that.
Paul
If
needs
you
to
have not
see This
seen
Is the
This
End.
Is the End. It is brilliant. Yeah, it's
Yes.
my
Paul needs to
favorite
see it.
film.
I want to do it for Film Freaks at some point. It's one of my favorite James Franco, Seth Rogen movies.
everybody movie.
Yeah, everybody's in it. So next
I'm
is
not in it.
weirdly enough, this is at
That's true.
Restore, but it was and all Restore movies are $1, by the way. So kind of nice. But it's a movie that I think ITN put out. So I was like, wow, I can't believe this was there. And I'm glad I didn't buy this at like Walmart for $10, and then waited till now. It's called Rocket Hunter. It's a war
I've
movie.
seen that. Don't own it, but I've
And
seen
there
it.
are a bunch of cheap World War II-ish kind of movies coming out in the Dollar Tree these days.
Yes, and I think that's one of them. Like I said, I think what happens is that Walmart has like a shit ton of movies, and then a lot of them don't get bought, so they have to like put out new movies, and they have to take the old movies out. Then they resell them to
Sure.
Dollar Tree.
That's that's mostly true.
Yeah, because
Joe
they're trying to sell them
does
for
a-
$8 to $10, and nobody wants to spend $8 to $10.
Yeah,
for
so they end up
Well,
going to
they're-
Dollar Tree.
Yeah, they're
instead.
pallets. It's this what Joe Lujan told me, who deals a lot with ITN, is that it's all overstock.
Yeah,
So it's all the movies that they didn't sell, and it's not necessarily like on Walmart shelves. It's like in ITN's warehouse after a certain amount of time, that if they don't sell them, they got the deal with Dollar Tree.
Thank
Yeah.
goodness they do.
Yes, thank you, ITN. We love you. Wild Eye needs to do that next.
I think I've gotten a few from Wild Eye from there. Not a lot, but a few.
Another James Franco movie is a James Franco with Jonah Hill and Felicity Jones. I can't say her name ever. True Story. I don't know anything about this, but I was like, that sounds like a okay cast. And
I know of it. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's about or anything. I didn't really look at the
Story.
I think that Franco's on death row or something, and Jonah Hill's a reporter, and he goes to interview him. I think that's what it is.
Interesting. All right. So next I have all the movies I got from eBay this time, and so first off is a double is going to be a was it Steven Seagal double feature, and this is Belly of the Beast and Half Past Dead. Belly of the
Nice.
Beast we're going to do for IFC. There was a there was a podcaster guy that we met at Scares I Care that said this was like so bad it was fun, enjoyable, and he said he would love to come on our show if we did Belly of the Beast. So I figured if I bought it, I could let Paul borrow it, and then we can watch it, and then the guy can review it with us at some point.
Sounds like fun.
So, yep, there you go. Next is a movie that we just did that'll be out on Halloween that we did for 31 Days of Indie Horror, and that's Caesar and Otto's Paranormal Halloween. And this has like a huge cast of people from like, Dave Canfield and Paul Chmicki are the main stars, but then it's got Darren Miller, Felissa Rose, Sean Whalen, Tiffany Shepis, Beverly Randolph, who we met at Scarefest. She was really sweet. Brink Stevens, Debbie Rashawn, Andre Gower, and Vernon Wells. That's a cast.
I got that from Wild Eye, but I got it as the triple feature.
Oh, so it has the other two Caesar and Otto movies.
Didn't list those names. It just said like Hollywood or Halloween Paranormal and whatever it is. And I thought, oh, those sound interesting. And then when I got it, I didn't know it was their movies. I've never seen any of their films. I thought these were just random horror movies that were just triple featured. And then I thought, oh, they're all three of their movies all together on
Caesar and Otto is fun. I think I like those guys. And then a movie that we did for Quick Review Thursday already, and that's already up, is Judges, which we actually liked. Now, Paul and you may both say, wow, this looks like, well, I mean, Paul's already said it, but this looks like a, Western. Jonathan, you're not into Westerns. This is a modern day Western, which isn't even a Western. It's an Eastern, because it was it was shot in Virginia. It's a very fun, Virginia version of a Western, but modernized.
I'd like to get a copy myself.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good movie. It's cute. All right. So next is a movie that Amber Benson directed. We're going to do on Indie Film Cafe at some point, called Lovers, Liars, and Lunatics. Now, I watched some of it, and I'm really hoping it gets better. The beginning of it's a little slow, and I didn't get the chance to finish it, but I do plan on finishing it up to make sure, because this may not go on Indie Film Cafe, it may go on Quick Review Thursday. But Chance was on Quick Review Thursday, and I kind of want to have one of the movies be on Indie Film Cafe so we can talk about it.
Oh, I've got an Amber Benson film I'm planning on doing. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah. Well, she acted in that, right? Because she actually directed this.
Right.
And then last but not least, kind of shows me what I'm out of right now. I'm out of time with Mario Lopez.
I know of it.
I watched East Siders, or whatever, East Side. That was the movie, and I think I did that on the last hall before, and that was really good, surprisingly good, and was definitely be part of Indie Film Cafe. Now, I've not seen this yet. Same director too, and it looks like the same movie because it's like a dude holding a gun. Why Mario Lopez? Why do I like Mario Lopez? Yeah, I grew up on Saved by the Bell, so I've always liked Slater.
Man Crush.
Yeah, I think
I would say Man Crush. Yeah, because I watched Saved by the Bell for Tiffany Amber Thiessen, so she's hot.
No, I like him. I like Tiffany. If Tiffany Amber Thiessen did more movies, she doesn't really do that many movies. She does more TV. But if she did more movie stuff, like she was in Son-in-Law and a few other movies, Son-in-Law was okay. It wasn't terrible.
It's short. It's not good. It's not.
You guys are so old.
It's short. It's right up there with Adam Sandler.
They're not particularly great actors. That's why they don't pop up in mainstream movies.
I don't want them in mainstream movies. I want them in my indie movies, like Out of Time and shit, where it's more fun and they get lead roles. They're not getting lead roles in Hollywood movies because they're not Hollywood stars.
So that's it.
I mean, if you did Mario Lopez, that's good for you, man. I have a man crush on Tom Cruise. What can I say?
All right, Mr. Ward, you are next with your last group.
All right. So last month I did an order from Blue Underground, and then I made a video. And this week this month, I am now doing the second order from Blue Underground and then going to make a video. So I held on to these films for a whole month and did not make a video because I'll make a video sometime next week. So these things were so damn cheap. I had to do 2 orders. So the first one, I spent way too much money, is A Blade in the Dark. So that's Limberto Bava.
Nice.
Never saw it.
And it's good. It's Italian slasher horror stuff. So very Argento. Yeah. And then after that, got Circus of Fear.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
With Christopher Lee and Klaus Kinski.
Nice.
Yeah, so can't go wrong with that. So is anybody else in this that's known? Nope, just those 2. So got that. Then got a Fulci film, The New York Ripper.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Which
That's
for
a
a long
classic.
time, when I used to see this on like VHS, I always thought it was The New York Ripper 2.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's the street that's going up there. So
Yeah.
And this is a special edition, which is nice. And then I got a Notorious one. And it's nice. It's got a red box on it. Snuff.
Oh yeah.
Snuff.
Where it's an awful movie into the last 15 minutes where that's the Snuff movie, allegedly. So, and then because one day I wish to make an Emmanuel movie, I'm kind of slowly collecting these, but this is Emmanuel in America.
Actually,
I want to do Emmanuel in Las Vegas is what I want.
One of the few that I've never seen.
No, it's funny because I believe Rolf Konevsky's worked on that stuff, and we actually talked to him about it. And you should check out that interview because I think he actually does give a little information on how to get in touch with the people about it or whatever.
I wouldn't think that you would have to have permission. I mean, Emmanuel's a name, so it's like Amityville. You shouldn't. Emmanuel in Las Vegas shouldn't have a problem.
Right. Well, the thing was, of course, is you had certain actresses who were playing the Emmanuel part. It was kind of their thing, but now they're all too old to do that. So
yeah,
cast a whole new one.
Yeah, Jonathan had mentioned it before to talk to Rolf, and so I thought, at some point maybe. So
just to make sure, because I don't think you can trademark a name like that, right?
No,
but it's the same thing as sort of like an unwritten rule of whoever kind of worked on it before, kind of sort of does the rights, or whatever, because nobody's going to make, anybody could make a movie called Darth Vader, but nobody's going to, even though I think maybe Darth Vader's trademarked.
John Wood, I think you should call it Emmanuel in Las Vegas and cast me in my cow onesie.
I like it. I like it.
Stop giving him ideas, Paul.
You know me. I'm an idea man.
You keep giving him ideas, he's going to go out and make a poster for it and make it. And make it someday.
So now the next one is Circle of Iron with David Carradine. This is a 2-disc special edition from a story by Bruce Lee.
Whoa. So
there you go. I'm just hoping that David Carradine doesn't hang himself in this.
Oh, come on. I guess it's not too soon,
That was In Excess. Get it?
The next one I got is Street Law. And I only got it for the 2 actors in it, which is Franco Nero and Barbara Bach, my favorite Bond girl and Ringo Starr's wife. So
Franco Nero. For a second, I thought that looked like Charles Bronson or something. No,
he doesn't have as many pop marks.
There you go.
But Barbara Bach is absolutely beautiful. So she was the best Bond girl. She was in Playboy. And then she married Ringo Starr, and they're still married to this day.
So John, let me ask you this question. You kind of been doing the same thing we've been doing, where you're reviewing a lot of films for different stuff, for your own stuff, or to chat with other people, or whatever. Do you have time to watch these movies, or do you just collect them?
It's at this point, it's more of a collection.
Yeah. I mean,
It's Barry. I mean, if I turn the camera around, which I think I did one day, I mean, it's just my dining room table is just stacked with boxes and movies
yeah.
that I'll never watch.
I feel your pain. I mean, I'm gonna get to them. I swear I'm gonna get to them. It's just, you know,
Paul's gonna wait till he retires. Then he'll sit on his butt and just watch movies all day long.
Yes, 10 years. This is what I'm looking at. I'm hoping.
I mean, I guess if I just had like a regular job, well, I guess I do have a regular job, but if I didn't want to like get into filmmaking and everything, and I was fine with what I was doing, and I just was a film collector and a movie fan, yeah, I would probably be watching 1 or 2 of these a day.
Right.
But now it's more of just a collection to have them. So, and
now
I
keeps assigning me movies even during the week that I could watch, so I can't even find time to watch my own collection.
Collection.
Right.
Oh, there we go. The next one I got is Macabre. Also
Macabre.
Limberto Bava.
Macabre.
So Macabre. So we got that.
Sounds like a magician's word. Macabre.
Macabre. Then got
Macabre.
another Fulci film, his gangster movie, Contraband.
Dude, you've been hitting up the Italian movies this month.
I know.
It's what they have. Well, here's another one for you. And this is Stage Fright, which is Michael Silveri. Is that his last name? Who
There's
also did
been
The
a
Church.
ton of ones named Stage Fright.
This is the Italian one where he looks like the bird. He's got the bird mask on and he's killing everybody.
It's one of the ones where it happens in the theater mostly, and you got to wonder why they don't just leave.
Yeah, from the director of The Church and Cemetery Man.
Cemetery Man is great. Love that movie.
Yeah.
Just not Cemetery High.
No, it's not. No. So that's it. That's
it. Wow. All right. That was a good collection. See, it's funny to see everybody's different stuff, that everybody has. We all have our different tastes. I love seeing John, you had all those Italian films, and Paul, just what the heck is that? Battleship Potemkin? What is that?
And Corridor Up. That was one of his movies this time.
Sergei Eisenstein. Come on, man.
Yeah. Good stuff. So but yeah, so next month aka November or whatever, is going to be Criterion sales at Barnes and Noble. So
Christ.
Does that mean you're not going to buy some, or you're going to?
I had an entire cart, close to $100 worth of Full Moon movies, and there was like an added on discount and all that. I just wouldn't delete. I'm like, I can't. This is just it's just I do that PayPal credit thing, and the idea is I do a sale, $100, get the 6 months, and I pay it off in 2, 25 here, 50 there, 25, that type of thing. Now I'm up to like $800 because of all these sales. Is I'll do like 100, and now it's like 800. Yeah, and I just had to stop. So
that's been my addiction with eBay, right? I've just been buying eBay stuff. However, it has helped because I do have every eBay movie that I'm gonna have up until 2023. So I mean, we have all my desk right here has some. There's some over there.
We need to create Movie Collectors Anonymous and just
no.
We need help. We need help.
You know what? I do need help, but I'm not going to. That's fine.
Yeah.
The first step is you have to admit you've got an addiction.
And I do. So, but I stopped. I did not.
Hello, my name is Paul. I'm addicted to collecting movies.
Wait, are you saying you cut out cold turkey, John? You cut it
not
just cold
completely.
turkey.
I did order. I think I ordered 3 movies. So I did order Top Gun Maverick. I did pre-order. I did order Amityville in something. I forget the full title of it, but it's Amityville in something, like Amityville in Louisiana or something. That comes out in December. And then I ordered, the Silent Night, Deadly Night Blu-ray collection of parts 3, 4, and 5.
See, that's like saying I didn't buy the carton of cigarettes, but I did bum a few smokes off some friends at work. So you're still smoking.
Yeah, but at least it's just bumming a few from somebody at work,
We're addicted. We're hopelessly addicted.
Which is fun. Hey, look.
We were on vacation, and what are we doing? We're looking for Dollar Tree so we can find
no.
cheap, stinky movies.
I was there helping you, Paul, because you kept going. You kept seeing thrift stores, and you go, "There's a thrift store over there." I go,
Movies.
"We gotta go." I told Paul, I go, "We're at Scarefest already. We're going to Scarefest." The day of Scarefest that we're going, he's looking at thrift stores and he's like, I want to go check these things out. I'm like,
he blew his stash of money in the first 10 minutes buying movies. He had eyes wide open like a
let's be fair, Paul. Who's the one who goes, we got to walk around the whole place check out everything and then saw all the different things. And he was like, I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that, So we did.
I showed restraint, though.
No, I only after a while, but in the beginning you did not, and then I think you started looking at your wallet, and realized you had.
But you also have to do you actually like the movies that you're getting? Like, I love Top Gun Maverick. I absolutely loved it, and then of course Amityville. I collect all the Amityville stuff, and then the Silent Night, Deadly Night is like my second favorite collection. And they were only available on DVD, and they're full screen. So they're not wide. It's the full screen. These are now widescreen. And so I pick and chose the ones instead of just buying a whole bunch of random stuff. It's like, oh shit, I want this. It's 20 bucks,
I don't buy random stuff. I mean, I targeted Beelzebub. I targeted Troma. I targeted certain things that I wanted. Now, there were a couple of vendors that had some random stuff there, and I did find a few.
Yeah, there were some DVDs that didn't cost a lot.
But even there, I mean, like Moody found me a Chris Seaver movie, Destruction King, so I already know I'm going to like it because it's Chris Seaver. I just didn't happen to have that one. But there may be, out of all those movies, there may be 3 or 4 that I just didn't know of, but I figured I'd take a chance and just grab them.
Also when we were there, by the way, we did do a haul video that's actually already out.
I watched it.
Yeah, if you watched it, Paul was very fucking tired.
I was exhausted, man.
Yeah, he was exhausted. Almost didn't want to do it, but I kind of prodded him because I didn't want to bring it in
with a cattle prod.
Yeah.
A cattle prod?
Yeah.
I think it was your idea too, John, because you were like, you guys should do your own thing for that.
That's who I blame.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah, I think you said that to me, but it's okay. I actually prefer that.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, because I was telling you, we got so much, and I've already got my 20 picked out for this month, and then you were like, "Oh, you should just do, you should just do one with just of the Scarefest haul with us, since we got a lot.
Okay.
Got a lot more Blu-rays than anything. I went Blu-ray heavy. And Paul got more DVDs than he gets Blu-rays, but he doesn't collect Blu-rays like I'm the Blu-ray hunter. He is not. He's the blue cheese hunter. He looks for cheesy Blu-rays or really, really, really good Blu-rays. I look for all Blu-rays because I want to I want my collection of Blu-rays to eventually be as crazy as my DVDs. However, I still buy DVDs, just as much. So, whatever.
I mean, at least none of us are buying VHS tapes much.
I know people who buy VHS tapes still, and I don't know if they're doing it for any particular reason other than the collection,
There are still movies out there that are VHS only, so that's the only time.
I only own maybe 4 VHS, and that's because maybe 5, and that's because they're not available, like a Graveyard Shift. Graveyard Shift 2.
Some of those movies I bought on Blu-ray were transfers from VHS tapes because they just weren't out there. If they had been out there, I would have bought them on DVD or Blu-ray by their actual real companies. But since they're not bothering to do that, I have to get them this way, and it's the only way I can get them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Well, like we did, yeah. I got Song of the South, which I was surprised that they had. Paul already had it, but and then I watched it. It was on Blu-ray. I watched some of it, and I was like, it's kind of a boring movie. Honestly,
had it, but I never bought it. It was
No.
a stowaway on a movie that I actually bought that someone threw in there, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, now you own it. So yeah, the other and then they had like Dead Alive, which is really hard to get,
Right.
and you can't get it on Blu-ray, I don't think.
Peter Jackson released that on Blu-ray, for God's sakes.
4K, man, why not?
Shit.
I think he's working on some of those things, but until then, you gotta buy them. You gotta buy them now. So,
Well, you got to get them, the way that you can. The two VHS that I have is I got The Crush with Alicia Silverstone, and even though, and I actually ordered that from Scream Factory on Blu-ray, but the reason why I picked up the VHS is her name is changed on the Blu-ray. I mean, on the DVD. So theater and VHS, she has a different name. And the mother sued the filmmakers because it's based on a true story. So they changed it when it got released on other formats. So I picked up the VHS of that to get the original name. And then Highlander 2, The Quickening, is I actually like the movie. And the VHS version is the theatrical version, which I think is the best out of what they've done. Everything else is all, well, yeah, it's like new footage or footage that they put back in, and it makes even less sense than the theatrical one.
Can it possibly make less sense?
It does. What they do is that they changed the planet Zeist that the Highlanders are from to Earth. So now it makes no sense at all that these guys are from our past, even though it looks like Dune.
I blame Mario Van Peebles because this is the effect he has on movies.
He was in part 3.
I know.
All right.
It's one of the better ones. So yeah.
So John, what is going on with your channel? Have you been doing stuff lately?
One video a week. So that's what I've been doing. And I just put one up yesterday because it's just been too chaotic this week with filming and going to a premiere and stuff like that.
Right,
So
being an actor.
Yes, being a zombie in Joe's film. So Life Survival. But I do not get to eat brains. I do get to bite somebody, but
do you get dialogue?
No, I am. I mean, I moan and groan like a zombie. So that's I'm patient zero. So it's done through security footage as you see me get affected.
Your fault.
It is in this case. It is my fault.
Okay.
So yeah, just trying to get other stuff going. I think November I want to try to shoot Delete, and then Joe has some stuff going on, and I need to shoot other stuff for the Cosmic Horror, the two anthologies.
Mummy Shark.
So Money Shank, what?
No.
And then of next year, I think may have to be Axmas. So I may have to put those on hold until January or February. It's just getting too close to the holidays.
Yeah, a lot of people, it's harder to get people to actually want to commit to coming out to something when it's the holidays, and everything. People are so busy.
If I prep it, then it should be okay. Get the scripts done, get the props done, get all that stuff done. And then especially for the people who gave on, for crowdfunding, I could send them a message saying, hey, we're ready to go, but we're just going to shoot in February.
We are shooting. Our plan is to shoot some TikTok videos coming up and everything. We got some scripts going out to some of the actors and everybody to do. It's funny because think TikTok, you don't think scripts, you didn't think scripted stuff, but we're doing some scripted TikTok videos
because we're trying to hit those crazy kids. That's what they love. TikTok, them with those hula hoops and slide rules, and that's what they love. Is they love TikTok. So
hula hoops. Do anybody hula hoop anymore?
Of course we do.
All right.
Some people do.
Anyway, yeah, so we're trying to do that and get that done. So we understand your, just getting your regular stuff done, as well as we're doing multiple podcasts. And so we're going to be recording some more for season 6. We're already kind of the start of season 6. And you were a part of one of our episodes of season 6 already, but you'll be another part. I think we'll have you back for a few more. You're generally easy to ask to come on the show.
Because the torment never stops.
I know.
No, it doesn't. So, well, and we got something going this Wednesday, right? I won't say what it is because I already ruined it last time, but don't we have something going on this coming Wednesday?
Is it this coming Wednesday? I don't think so.
I thought it was.
Let me check my schedule. Got everything written down. No, we don't. Not this Wednesday. I think it was next Wednesday.
Oops. Hey, look, I'm getting a Dutch angle here.
Yeah, it's next Wednesday. So sorry.
Okay.
I was like, wait, what? Okay, yeah, no.
No, that's fine.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it after the thing so we can actually discuss it more and everything. But yeah, we got a lot of shit going on. that's the Indie Film Cafe way.
The 9th.
Yeah.
Ghost of Amityville is the
Ghost
name
of
the film.
Amityville.
I put it on my calendar when it's coming out. Yeah, Ghost of Amityville.
Okay.
That's November.
Oh, okay. Anyway, well, we will talk more about all that and whatnot. And I think, is there anything else, Paul? Like, did you want to mention anything that's coming up? I think we don't. I think this November, I'm going to be done with 31 Days of Indie Horror. So I think really there's going to be sort of, it sounds like a break, but I'm still going to be doing stuff. There's going to be like Hollywood Knockbusters, 90s horror, all those shows are still going to be happening.
Yeah, the only thing I've got scheduled is, stuffing myself
some Indie Film Cafe stuff.
Turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy and stuffing, and that's what I plan on doing.
But you also have Indie Film Cafe stuff to do.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
And it's also your crazy month where you're busy. So
yes, it is.
So I'm trying not to make you more busy if I can help it.
Report.
Yep. So
due
fun.
First week of December, so I got all November to get it done.
Yep. His fun thing. I think that's about it. That about wraps it up. So thank you so much, John and Paul, for being on this and everything.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Everybody else, check out indiefilmcafe.reviews. Check out John's Dark Park Films. John Ward at Dark Park Films on YouTube. Who was that? Hamish or was that Hamish?
Hamish?
Was that Moosley?
That's a cow puppet.
Oh, that's just a random cow puppet with no name.
The cow with no name.
The cow. You should have like a little hat. You should be like a little in a little cigar, like Stogie. There you go. A little Clint Eastwood cow. Cow Eastwood.
What's happening here? What's going on?
Oh, he had a puppet. You didn't see that?
I did not see the puppet.
Oh, okay. Well, he had a puppet.
Are you calling me a puppet? A puppet for who?
You don't
for a
see
cow?
that?
Am I a puppet for a cow?
Pretty much. All right. Anyway, we're done. It's gone off the rails. The chicken has left the building. All right. We're done. Thank you guys so much. And join us next month for a whole new DVD Blu-ray haul. Bye everybody.